Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another video of pairing Trappist ales and Trappist cheese, revisiting some Trappist beer that I haven't tried in years, which I thought would be fun on the channel, especially because I could get a hold of the cheese as well. So some of these Trappist monasteries in Belgium, we're talking about these Trappist monks, the Trappist monk order that make beer and other produce. Some of them make cheese, like Chimay, which is Abbey de and yeah, they make cheese and they make beer and is that all? I think that might be all. Some of them also make like jams and stuff like that. But I haven't drunk Chimay in the longest of time. I think Chimay is some of the Trappist beer that I've drunk the least, actually, of all of them. I know it's one of the Trappist breweries that has the biggest following, but it's some of the Trappist beer that I've drunk the least. And I've actually never reviewed the Tripel. So what I chose, I actually have both the green and the Doré, the gold, to review as well. The green I actually reviewed when it was the original 150th anniversary release, way back. But I never reviewed the Tripel, but I thought for this video we should do the three originals, like the three beers that they were really famous for in the beginning when like I was getting into beer and whatnot, that you could find in, shops and whatnot. So I thought those would make the most sense, like the core original beers, and we can do the others in re-review videos, because if I was doing two more Trappist beers, this video would be too crazy. But yeah, so we're doing Chimay Red, White, and Blue, also known as Chimay Red, I think, Chimay Cinq or something like that, and then Chimay Grande Reserve, Blau. So those are the three beers. These are some of the most famous beers from Chimay, and it's a Dubbel, a Tripel, and a Belgian Strong Dark Ale. Belgian Strong Dark Ales is also a style I really used to enjoy a lot back in the day, so it'll be fun to try. And also, earlier today, did the Westmalle video, so it'll be fun to have a world-class Tripel in mind and then trying it against the one from Chimay. So the cheese, the beers I got, I want to mention this shop. It's not a sponsorship or anything. It's just I want to tell you guys where I got these because they're fairly fresh bottles, although they also sell vintage bottles and stuff like that. But it's called Trappist Tribute. It's a great web shop if you want to drink Trappist ales. And the cheese I found online on a shop called Gouda Cheese Shop, and they had all like the Trappist cheeses. So if you want to try them, you can try them on there. They're based in the Netherlands, I think, and they ship all over Europe. So the cheese is, I also already tried this one. I can't help myself. I love cheese. This is softer than the Westmalle cheese, and it's kind of similar to, again, soft Gouda or something like that, or Port Salut. It's a bit more intense in flavor, but it's like this is even more easygoing than the Westmalle cheese, as far as I remember. So yeah, it should be fun to try this and pair them up. So I think we'll start with the Dubbel, just because it's the lowest strength. It worked before, going from low strength to high strength. So this one is 7%, which seems to be the average ABV for Dubbels. It's the Belgian bottle, so there's no English description here, but there's German, which I understand. I can also read a little bit of like Dutch, because it's in Dutch. Yeah, it's in Dutch, so I can kind of understand that. But it says like it has aromas of toast and caramel. So, and also fruits, just says fruits. So let's check it out. Pours a slightly reddish hued amber color, high CO2 levels on this one. And yeah, also, a brown color, maybe a bit more red than Westmalle. I think it might be a bit more dark brown. And then it's got a beige head. Let's check out the aroma on the Chimay Dubbel. Very different than Westmalle. Westmalle is much more rich in maltiness. This is more fruity. More red berries to me, red fruits, raisins and dates, prunes, a lot of dried fruitiness. Also vinous qualities to this one, like almost like red wine notes, lightly. There's some caramel and toffee underneath, but it's not that rich malty toffee thing. And you can sense there's a lot of CO2 in this one as well compared to the Westmalle Dubbel. It's fun to have them so close to each other because they're very different beers, just on the aroma alone. But let's try the Chimay Red Rouge, I think it's called as well. Cheers. Highly, highly, highly carved. Quite bitter too. This is very different from Westmalle Dubbel. It's no way near as rich. It's much more fruity and dry. Almost like oaky and corky. Very different beer. All these are also fresh bottles, so they're very vibrant. It is really, really different. It has got a lot of commonality to like a little bit of fortified wines. A little bit. There's notes, like sherry notes. There's a bit of port notes. Lots of dried fruit, red fruit, dried stone fruit. That corky, almost woody thing, and then touches of caramel and toffee, and also nuts. But it's much, much, much more fruity than Westmalle. Interesting. Very different. And let's jump on the cheese. So the cheese is much softer than the Westmalle as well. But very tasty. Also great beginner cheese. If you're getting into beer and you want to get into cheese, you should try and do these Trappist and cheese pairings. Because they're great cheeses, but they're really good beginner cheeses. They have more character than a lot of cheese, but it's not like super rich. They're just creamy and mild with a little extra punch of flavor that compared to like, I don't know, some Goudas or some Port Salut is like next to no flavor compared to something like this. If you just compare to the regular Port Salut branded one. Really cool how different it is. It's really two vastly different beers. It's almost hard to compare them. Well, this just shows another camp of Dubbel where it's more focused on fruitiness and not as much rich malt, which is fun. It's really good, man. I just want to eat more cheese. I'm a cheese lover. So let's try and jump on to the triple. So let's jump on to the triple. So the triple, the Chimay White, is 9%. So no, 8%. So we are jumping up in ABV as well. Lower strength than Westmalle. They say it's got a pronounced hop character and bitterness, this one. And also says something about spice and bitter tastes. So I'm guessing this will be a very hop-forward triple. So it'll be fun to try this one. I've tried this one. I just never reviewed it. So it's going to be a first on the channel. And I do really like a triple. It's also one of the styles back in the day I liked a lot. So pale amber golden. It's like the darkest shade of golden. It looks quite dark on camera. High CO2, very frothy head. Great head. Nice head retention. Let's check out the aroma on the Chimay White. Yeah, very different. Very perfumey, this one. It's also definitely got loads of coriander. Kind of like the Westmalle. But it feels like almost like a little more clean than that one. The other one jumped out with more rich yeast character. This is a lot of coriander. There's some grassy notes and floral notes. Quite hoppy. But it's not as richly layered as Westmalle's triple. There's some stewed fruitiness underneath. Also a little bit of a honey note. Maybe melon, actually. But it's not jumping at you as much as Westmalle does. That one is just more expressive on the aroma. It's also a whole 1.5% lower in ABV, but it still smells really nice. Let's try it. Cheers. Quite phenolic. Loads of black pepper. Lots of spice on this one. It's like huge black pepper notes up front, and then it transitions into a phenolic, spicy, coriander type thing. That more fruity and also floral note. It's heavy on phenols. It's super phenolic, this one. It's not as layered and rich and stewed fruitiness and like it almost had like bubblegummy candy notes like Westmalle. This one doesn't have that. It's a little more clean in some ways, just besides having loads of intense phenols. Coriander is the big thing in black pepper. And then it's like a bit of hop spice, a bit of floral notes, a bit of sweet maltiness. It's also got some crisp, light, almost Pilsner type malt flavor. Or just like some doughy breadiness too as well. It feels like the yeast here is more focused on phenols. And there's like a lot of phenols and spice spicy phenol flavor with hops and then malt. It's lacking that layered, rich, fun, fruity component that Westmalle has. See how the triple is with the cheese. I don't know why I had to slap it. Funny enough, I actually Westmalle's cheese was best with the Dubbel. I think I might like this more with the triple. This one. This is a touch more. This cheese is more fatty and more rich than Westmalle. In like butteriness and fattiness. And it might need a little bit, like the Westmalle was still rich and fatty, but this is a touch more fatty. The Westmalle had more like aged flavor, whereas this is like young, but still like some Goudas has like that aged flavor. It had a bit of that. This is more like just like fatty, rich cheese. And I feel like a little bit of bitterness of that helps cut it better than the Dubbel. Let's move on to the star of the show. Probably their most famous beer. This is the most, it's not probably, it's the most famous beer from Chimay. It's the one that everyone back in the day raved about. It's their Grand Reserve, the Blau. And this is their Belgian Strong Dark Ale. One of the stronger Trappist ales, 9%. And, well, they're all quite strong. And this one says in German that it has a particular fruity note, chocolate flavor, and a spicy aroma. And then that it can be enhanced with a year in the bottle or something like that. We saved the proper glassware for this one as well. The most famous Chimay beer, there we go. I remember this glass so well from my youth because one of my good friends had a Chimay glass and he would drink every single beer out of that glass. IPAs, everything. This was his go-to glass. So, yeah, looks great in the glass as well. Brings a lot of memories sitting with this one. So, it's very dark. It's very dark, slightly muddy brown. It's got some reddish notes. Very frothy tan head, this one. The darkest head of the bunch. Even darker than the Dubbel. I'm just going to make some space here because I want to swirl this before I stick my nose into the blue Chimay, the most famous Chimay. Once again, these Trappist chalices or goblets, they're terrible for aromatics. Like a glass that goes like this, it's never great. Like you want to trap the aroma like that, like an edge. Like here you smell it, the aroma is pushed into your nose. It's not the same here. They look cool, but they're just like, they're not the best. Actually, of all the, it's not Trappist, but the St. Bernardus glass is better because it has a curvature. Like this one has a slight curve, but it's just much harder to smell compared to both of those, which is a shame. Because the aromatics is a big thing as well. I did there sense a bit of a chocolate toasty vibe. Almost roasty, actually. And dark fruits and like dark candied sugar notes. But yeah, man. Like these are never, like these are more, they're fun to drink out of. But they're just not great for aromas. Let's just try and smell the bottle. There's no beer in here anymore, but there we go. Chocolate, char, coffee, dark fruits. Much, much easier. And then you go here, it's like, that's how glassware can disappoint people. Like if you're saying with a beer, it's like, what's that? Glassware has a huge part to play. It's going to be easier when I get some beer out of the glass. Let's try it. Cheers. Chimay Blue for the first time in 12 years or so. Now that's fucking spectacular. It's definitely better than the rest. It's saved the best for last. That's great. I kind of understand why this is like the flagship and this is the one that people like the most and rave about. Oh, you should age this and whatnot. This is really, really good Belgian Strong Dark Ale. It's so fun because I revisit last year with Guten Carolus and they're what are they called? Hit Anka. And their Belgian Strong Dark is so different because there's spices in it. This is spicy, but it's just yeast. But those are like so vibrant on actual spice. But here there's definitely spicy nuances. The big thing I noticed with this is like chocolate and like coffee-esque notes. There's some darker, harder roasted malts or something in there that gives a slightly different character than a lot of the other Trappist I've revisited so far. Just like a slightly more richness to it, like a toastiness and also bitterness and dryness. And lots of caramel as well, lots of red fruit, stewed red fruit. It has a little bit of those like grapey nuances and almost like tannic nuances like this one. And judging by the aroma on this, I actually think this might be the oldest of all the bottles, because there is a little bit of like a oxidative sherry type note to it, smelling it, especially compared to something like this. So much more rich, intense flavors. This has also got nuttiness, almost like a hint of smokiness. Lots of stewed fruits, also lots of phenolics, lots of spice, especially like black pepper is really shining. Also a touch of clove, I think. I prefer to smell it out of the bottle because it's so hard to sit and smell that glass. It's really good and so drinkable. 9% not traceable at all. Like this, definitely my favorite of the bunch. Just trying it now. Let's try it with the cheese. So this is a case of the cheese being not powerful enough to withstand the beer. It seems so much more mellow and like just salty, really. Yeah, the beer walks all over this cheese. The cheese is nice, but Chimay Blue is a little too powerful compared to the rest. Like these are much better pairings with the cheese than the blue, but the blue is the best of the beers. So at least these three. So in terms of grades, just sipped on them for a bit. I think a straight 90 for the Dubbel is still a very nice Dubbel. It's just very different in character than, again, Westmalle, which I can't help compare to because it's like my favorite Dubbel. And then the Tripel, I like it a bit more as well, like 91, 92. I like the expressive coriander notes on it. It's very nice, very perfumey, very hoppy, very nice. The aromaticness on this one is actually really great. I like the aroma on this a bit more than the flavor actually. But my favorite is for sure the Blau, the strong ale. This is like the Chimay beer. Like this is what I think of when I think Chimay. It's a great, rich, strong Belgian beer. It's really well balanced. It's not like boozy. It's not too sweet. It's not too dry. Only unfortunate thing is like the other beers paired better with their cheese. Very nice. I think I gave this like a straight 90 when I reviewed it. I think it's like 93 to a 94 pretty much. Like it's close to a world-class Trappist ale, I think. It's really good. There's so many layers. I really like that coffee chocolate note that it has. It's a bit nice. It's a bit of an offset to all of the more classic stewed and spicy Belgian flavors. But it's really good. Really fun to revisit Chimay. It's been so long since I drank Chimay. It's going to be fun to try the table beer they do as well. And the green one, which is a Belgian strong golden ale. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These cheese videos get really long because I'm doing 3 beers and cheese. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a ton for watching. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe to the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and ring the bell for future notifications about videos somewhere here. And what's your favorite Chimay? Let me know. I'm going to say cheers to my favorite, the blue. And see you guys in another beer review.